You know, right now there's a lot of excitement. Everybody's looking forward to Copenhagen. Everybody's hoping that after Copenhagen there will be an agreement on REDD. And the big question is, of course, once there's an agreement, what are we going to do? And I mean, one of the first things we need to do is to manage expectations. I think out there people are expecting that REDD will benefit countries equally, that REDD will benefit forests equally, that REDD will benefit biodiversity communities. There are lots of competing demands. So I think that's one of the first things that we really need to do is how do we manage these expectations? And in managing those expectations, we need to look at the national context. I mean, REDD has to be run by the countries. And so there has to be a sense of ownership by the countries. They have to move quickly in terms of developing their readiness plans. And in the process of developing these readiness plans, they need to be inclusive. Because if we look at the past, if we look at, for example, the Kyoto Protocol, you know, it took almost 8 years from the time of reaching an agreement to the time where they started, implementation. We have a history of successes and failures of what has worked, what hasn't worked in terms of community-based approaches, sustainable forest management. So we have lots of lessons, and we want to do business differently in terms of moving forward with REDD. We have to look at how can we address some of these issues, some of the shortcomings of past failures in terms of failing to address the issues of governance, the issues of poverty. How do we ensure that REDD does not marginalize forest-dependent people even further? So these issues have to be addressed. We want to keep it simple, but we have to move forward with commitment, political commitment. And as they say, we are in one big storm. We might all be in different boats, but we are all in the same storm.